Good morning, class. This is Chef Brilski coming to you from Truman High School. We're going to talk today about vocabulary, how to teach it, explore it, learn it, how to make this word wall here relevant to our curriculum, and how we can use vocabulary to enhance our culinary education. One of the most important things about being a chef is being able to communicate well in the industry, to be able to talk to your staff, talk to the employees, understand what all the food terminologies are. Culinary has its own language. We do a mix of Kitchenese, which is some Spanish terminologies and French and a lot of English, and we blend it all together so we have this ubiquitous language that we all talk in the industry. Behind me is my culinary word wall. It's a small part of my curriculum. In other ends of my room, I actually have posters as well with like big pigs and cows, which are in the handout you all will see. And the students have to identify the different parts of the animal through pictures. That helps with the word wall association. My other trick is I'm using the word wall as kind of a jump off point. I use the word wall to say, like at the beginning of the year, what I'll do is I give my students all Post-its and some markers, and usually a lot of colors. I know you're gonna like that, lots of colorful Post-its. I only got yellow right now. And what we do is, I have the students, first of all, we give them a handout, which y'all will be receiving in a minute, with all of the word wall words on it. Now, this is only part one of the word wall. If I had a bigger camera or more space, or I can move the camera around, you'd see it goes through the whole entire wall. About, 50 yards worth of word walls here. And it has every terminology that the kids would need to communicate in the industry, from knife cuts to different food items, and most importantly is equipment. Equipment is what we're going to talk about most today. In a little bit, I'm going to take you guys in the kitchen and show you the equipment as well. So what we're going to do today is we're going to give the students, we're going to give you guys some Post-its, bring you guys into groups, and now each group is going to get a different element of the word wall to associate. First group we're going to talk about today and with you guys is equipment. Equipment is very important in the culinary industry. We need to know that there's different size pans and strainers and knives, and everything has its own name, size, and use. So what we're going to do for you guys today is we're going to show you guys some of the words. We're going to define them on the handout, and what we're also going to do is we're going to physically go into the kitchen. We're going to use these Post-its, and you're going to label the items. Now, for example, we're going to use strainers today. In my kitchen, there's about 30 different kinds of straining utensils. Some are hand strainers, some are for pouring, some are like just exotic. You wouldn't even know that's a strainer. But we're going to go over all those different strainers, and we're going to have you guys identify them with Post-its. So what you're going to do is the lesson, I'm going to hand out Post-its to each group, and each group is going to get a different element. So one group's going to get food, one's going to get equipment, and then we're going to break that up into different subsections. The first section we're going to talk about is strainers. Strainers, we have chinois, we have colanders, spiders, sheet tray strainers. I mean, it's endless. China caps, which is not offensive, that's what it's called. Hold on one second. In front of me here, this is my kitchen. Y'all can see it's a big rack of supplies. It's pretty large, actually. There's multiple layers. On top, we have here is some of our straining equipment. And what I'm going to have the students do is, I have them come into the kitchen and identify with the Post-its to grab the equipment. So I say, get me a China cap. So they'll come physically into the kitchen. They're going to grab this piece of equipment here called the China cap, and they're going to use a Post-it to label it. This is a very, very helpful tool in the kitchen because, the kids all need to know what the equipment is. So I'll have them do is take a Post-it, go into the kitchen, and physically identify all the equipment. And then we'll go over it as a group and see who got it right, who got it wrong, and how we could correct. So to sum up this lesson a little bit, we start with the word wall, which is the motivation. The students sit down, they see the words, like, oh, what do these weird things mean? What does dust or planked or what does caramelized or gratin have to do with anything? Then we talk about the wall. I have other examples of the wall, which we can't see right now, and I give out in handouts. As like I said, we give diagrams of the food, diagrams of cows and chickens and pigs, and I have the students break down and identify all the different parts of the animal. And then we do the same thing with the kitchen equipment. I literally give them the Post-its. I have each group take a different element of this lesson. Like one group will do savory food, ones will do equipment, and then what we do is we have them identify everything with Post-its, and then we review it and grade it together. So we'll go over it as a class. Sometimes they can help each other. Sometimes I'll even let them use technology like the internet to look up words, Some things are a little strange. I'm not anti-cell phone, so the students can get the best of both worlds. They could use their technology, they could physically check it. They got the word wall, they have each other. The only thing we don't usually use is textbooks for this. This is more hands-on, so I had to be very creative because in my curriculum we didn't have textbooks to start. So I had to find a way to teach the students without standard reading and writing. Now I have textbooks and we have a fully established curriculum, but the system worked, why change it? So one more time in conclusion, we got our word wall, we got our pictures. My strategy is to pass this class. Thank you, everybody. I hope you learned something.